want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me clearly. We don't have tomorrow. We don't have the next day or next year. But we have now. I mean right now. I believe. Belief is on every one of your shirts. Now, do you really believe what you got on? We do? Yes, sir. Well, let's go do that.
Man, reaction to last year, every range of emotion possible, I guess.
This is something that we have never seen before in college football. This experiment.
Intercepted, wow! As they try to put TCU to sleep. Trevor Woods picked it off. They said Deion Sanders didn't know what he was doing. He was shipping guys out.
Deion Sanders in 2 games has made Colorado a top 20 program in the country right now.
The team and the energy around it honestly was as close to a movie.
And Mata strokes it through the pipes.
Once you get 3 or 4 games of tape out there, other teams are able to see what your weaknesses are.
You have nothing to hang your head down with. One thing about the Boulder faithful, you gave them all hope. And they cannot wait till tomorrow and the next day to see what we built.
Some of the cracks started to show, and it started to become clear what was going to be needed to take the next step this season. And that is much better play in the trench.
The offensive line was a huge issue.
Coach Prime brings in 7 offensive line transfers in 7 days.
5-star commit Jordan Seaton has committed to the Colorado Buffs.
They pretty much flipped the entire line immediately.
You are officially official, my boy.
We've addressed every darn need that we had.
Well, I'm proud of you, man.
Everybody's putting everything on the line for this next season. You know, you got to have confident guys around you. You can't have indecisive people around you.
To compete at the highest level of college football, you do need more. You need to be bigger, you need to be meaner, you need to be more physical, even faster in some ways. But it's been across the board in terms of upgrades this season for the Buffs. You know, Coach Prime's roster building strategy the last 2 seasons of heavily utilizing the transfer portal has come under fire, but it's brought premier top-of-the-line college football talent to Boulder.
This year, now after 4 full transfer windows of recruiting more talent into Boulder under Coach Prime and his staff, the depth has been improved immensely. One of the reasons Colorado has been able to attract talent through the transfer portal has been those guys wanting to learn from an experienced NFL staff.
127 years of NFL experience. You can't find that nowhere else in the country.
I wanted to be here really to surround myself by coaches that have been in the league and done it.
It's just right here. Boom.
The league is when you walk in the building and until you leave the building. And we're trying to have that same mentality here.
But this year, we've got to continue to bring things forward to the table and achieve some goals that he's obviously set for this team.
Only you can put it in. Coach can't put it in for you. I can't put it in for you. Your mama can't put it in for you. What are you going to put in?
And then there's this other piece, which is the most kind of difficult to measure, which is this idea of the team becoming more of a team rather than an amalgamation of talent. Coach Prime puts a huge emphasis in the offseason on these guys building chemistry, building relationships with each other.
I want more than that. I want to be more than a team.
It's not just some guy next to you, that's someone that you consider your brother.
What about a scholarship? Yeah!
They bring in the Navy SEALs to train with them. Gets the leadership team to go on a retreat together, spend real quality time in the mountains. And lo and behold, as we worked through camp and as we get closer to the season, you see that this stuff is really working. These guys are always together, not just at the facility, but when they go home, they're hanging out. These guys are now doing everything together. You're seeing offensive players be best friends with defensive players. All of it has started to come together.
God, I'm proud of y'all, man. I know what you're gonna do. I know what y'all gonna do. I can feel it. I can sense it. I'm proud of y'all. Let's keep the rhythm. Let's keep the pace. Let's keep the passion.
This season is going to be the personification of what's been happening the last year and a half in Boulder. You know, a lot of things have been said from the outside, but Coach Prime and the Buffs are going to shut a lot of people up.
You better get me right now.
I think that this season is going to be special.
The amount of talent that has been brought into this program raises expectations quite a bit, and I think that's felt inside the Champion Center. The players are ready to prove those national prognosticators wrong.
I do not understand what they think is going to happen.
You are an easy win nowadays. But Colorado isn't important in college football. Colorado is nothing. They don't matter. They're irrelevant in the big picture
No, this is
of
all
college football.
name attachment and who plays.
Coming off a 4-8 season.
Colorado team I'm watching. Guess what? Go out there and win some games.
You're getting worse.
Last year we understood that we did instill hope. But now that hope has elapsed, it's time for expectation. And I hope you're sitting there with expectation that when you pull into the stadium or you turn on that television, that we're going to give you what you desire.